everyone and welcome to this video. In the last lesson, we started talking about iterations of arrays in JavaScript. And in that lesson, we were able to see how the for each method works with arrays in JavaScript, as it iterate over each element of an array to give us a desired output. And in that lesson, we saw that it takes three arguments, which is the value, the index, and the array itself. And also, we realized that the parameters passed into the function can also be of values only, with the omission or making the index and array optional. And then your code will still work and give you the correct interpretation of your array. So these are some other things what we consider in that previous lesson. In this particular lesson, we'll be looking at another method when it comes to array iterations in JavaScript, and that is called the array map method. The map method creates a new array by performing a function on each array element. So more or less like looping, iterating over each array element. Then it creates an array from it by performing a function on each array element. The map method does not execute the function for array elements without values. So if the array elements without values, the map method will not execute functions for them. And last but not the least is the fact that the map method does not change the original array. So it instead creates a new array and not modify or alter the original array from where it is coming from or from the array that it is being applied upon. Now, when a callback function uses only the value parameter, the index and array parameter can be omitted, just as the way we discovered or noticed in the previous example for each. The same is applicable to the array map method, herein that the index and array parameters can be omitted or become optionals, and then the value parameter only will work for the callback function to get the desired result. So let's take a look at an example for this. And here I'm going to switch to JavaScript array map. So as it has been said, the map method creates a new array by performing the map method creates a new array by performing function on each array element. So I'll clear this and I will make a fresh one. So this example I'm going to make, multiply each array by value of 2. So it's an array and not an object. This is my first array. So the next one I'm going to make is going to be number. This should be number 1. And the other one should be, number 1, number 2, which is the second array, is going to be number 1 dot map. But instead of saying such x as 32, no, I want to pass in a function because I want to use the function to multiply each by 2, as you can see. Yes. Good. Then I can make my function. My function value. What's my function value? I want it to return value asterisk 2, which means multiply each number by 2. And here as well, I can pass the index and the array, just as what you are seeing right here on my screen. And after this, I can get my document out. The values of numbers 2, you can see right here, 4 times 2 is 8. 45 times 2 is 90, and so on and so forth. You can see the output of my map method. So I've been able to map over the first array to the second array by performing function on each array element, as you can see right here on my screen. Also, it has been said to our ear that the index and array are not necessary, they can become optional. So if I remove the two of them, that is going to change in my code, because the value represents the element of my array, and that is going to make the code to run. So the index and array parameters or arguments are optionals that you can decide to include or not include in your code. So this is how the array map method works. One of the JavaScript array iteration, very popular and powerful. I know that as you progress in your journey, you continue to discover, how powerful the map function is, map method is in JavaScript. Thank you. And in the next lesson, I will see you and we will continue. But before I go, I just want to quickly encourage us that all these lessons, once you go through it, don't just let it end there. You can take time to go through it, even when you have less busy time, so that you can practice these examples on your own, and then you can understand the concept better that has been taught in the video. Thank you. And in the next lesson, I'll see you.